Nerd Digital Brew. Welcome back to Nerd Digital Brew. I'm Lori Dink, and this is going to be our first lesson on digital design, how to actually create or plan for an online digital lesson. You might have noticed that I changed platforms. I'm actually using a recording screen capturing program called Loom. And there'll be more information about using that. But notice you can see me right here, and I'm going to be talking to you about structuring your digital lessons. So, first things to know, you're going to have to acknowledge or realize that online learning is not the same as face-to-face learning, and therefore there are limitations, and that's okay. We are going to just accept that and kind of know that what we create is the best content we create for how we can create it in this time frame and what we needed to do. So let's talk about design structure. First thing I'm going to talk about is the length of your lesson. Keep in mind that less is more. So a good rule of thumb I like to think of is no more instruction time, meaning you talking to them or giving them new information, than kind of like grade per minute. So if I've got a freshman lesson I'm teaching, I'm not talking to them for more than 9 minutes. In fact, I try to keep it less. So I will really fine tune what I need them to know. I will create the instruction and I will get out. I mean, that's kind of the thing that you've got to do. You cannot lecture for an hour and expect your kids to remain engaged. It's just not going to happen. So short time of lesson has to be really fine-tuned. Second thing, patterns of lessons. Keep this consistent. Our kids come to understand patterns. So have an opening that's the same, just like you would in your classroom. Opening set, whether that be music or something that's brief, lets them know you're about to begin. Deliver your instruction, that content that's really narrowed and fine-tuned. You can even practice from time to time to get things going, because I'm going to talk to you about how to record and then how to edit if you wish. But you have short content. Keep those basics in mind. And that you also provide for an assessment or activity with your instruction that'll allow you to gauge how well the student learned, how well the student did, how effective was your lesson. Do you need to have follow-up? Guidance and help. You will need to provide that, and I'm going to come up with ways for you to do that, but that may need to be one-on-one, it may need to be in a group, but you'll need to provide guidance and help for the lesson. So, and finally, closure. You have to have a consistent form of closure. So here's your basic lesson in a breakdown. 1, if I were covering this, I would have an opening share. I would have here's what our lesson is going to be about. I would have my presentation of my content, an activity, an assessment method of seeing how they learned the content, and I would have a set closure. And that closure that opening and closure I'm going to plan for, so my kids know by hearing or by that opening and closing that the lesson is then over. Oh, and for a moment of levity, here's a picture of Tom Hiddleston. Have a great day.